everybody, it's Eva here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a brand new Sims 4 speed build. And once again, I am building some New York townhouses because I am obsessed with anything New York related and I could build New York buildings all day long. So yeah, I decided to build some New York brownstone townhouses again. I have done some New York townhouses a couple months ago that I absolutely fell in love with, and this time I decided to go for a more traditional look with classic bay windows because last time I didn't include them, and I really love the traditional look of those bay windows. So yeah, I decided to build another row of 3 townhouses, and yes, we are furnishing all 3 once again, hence the long length of the video. But I just really love furnishing these buildings and it's so much fun, so I don't really want to leave any rooms empty or cut out too much of the process. So yeah, I decided to include the footage of furnishing all 3 townhouses, and obviously the exterior is kept in a traditional brownstone style. I kind of used a couple packs this time to create this traditional brownstone look. First of all, I obviously used the brownstone CC pack by Harry, which comes with those gorgeous windows, the doors, and the typical New York brownstone door frames. If you've watched videos of mine, you know that I am obsessed with this pack and love this pack to death. But this time, because the buildings are more traditional, I decided to include some of those classic details as well, like moldings and trims on the building. And I actually used some CC by Felix for this, which matched almost perfectly in colors with all the 3 colors of the brownstone houses. And for example, I used some trims from the Berlin set by Felix, and even though they're originally meant for Berlin, I thought they were perfect for the New York style as well, because these old traditional brownstones have those very similar looking trims. I didn't have anything identical, but these were as close as I could get, and I don't really think you can tell a difference between the originals and these. Then I also used some columns from the colonial set, which were just perfect because of the shape and the colors, because everything from Felix comes in the same amazing swatches. So yeah, it's easy to mix and match from different sets. And then also for the top, I went for a black trim that's from the Florence set by Felix. So we have lots and lots of different trims. And also one thing I'm very happy about was the stair railings, because up until this point I didn't have Felix's colonial set, so I didn't have those stair railings, but they're so perfect for brownstone buildings. They have this really solid stone look. So yeah, that was definitely needed for this brownstone look. And then also I added some panels to the foundation. So those panels are from Pierre Sim from the Cold Brew set. And they also come in the same swatches, which is great. So yeah, I could use those to make the foundation a bit more interesting and not as bland. And I really think all of those little details make the build feel very authentic and very realistic in my opinion. And yeah, I love detailing buildings up, as you probably know. So seeing it all come together and then see the final result with all the little details makes such a big difference to me. So yeah, I'm very happy and very proud of how they turned out. So yeah, I really hope you guys like them too. I've been loving doing townhouses recently, whether it be London or New York. I just really enjoy the fact that it's like 2 or 3 houses next to each other, because that's so realistic. And there's just something about townhouses that I really enjoy building. Like, it's something I absolutely love. And yeah, I really hope you guys like how they look and enjoy watching the building process. And if you do, then please show your support by liking the video and also subscribing if you are new around here. That really means a lot to me and makes me super happy to see so many of you show their support to me. But yeah, let's get into the interiors. So like I said, I'm furnishing all 3 brownstone townhouses, and I've kept them all in different styles, obviously, because I don't want it to get too boring. So the first one is a very light townhouse with lots of light brown wood and a beautiful herringbone floor by Harry, and then a lot of white accents as well. So yeah, keeping it light and airy. And I have downloaded all of Felix's CC now, so I've literally got all of their CC in my game, which is a lot, let me tell you. And I went wild on using their custom content in this build. Their newest set, the Shop the Look set, is absolutely stunning. It includes such beautiful items and the sofa of my dreams. If you've been around for a while, you probably have heard me say that I love the Slouch Sofa by Charlie Pancakes a lot, and this one is very, very similar in style, slightly different, but still like the type of sofa is very similar, and I love those sofas. I'm absolutely over the moon about this sofa, and I used it in all 3 buildings just because it's shiny and new and I wanted to use it. So also proves how versatile that sofa is as well. But yeah, I used a lot of their Shop the Look items. They're so modern and so sleek, and I really love that set a lot. But probably my favorite piece of custom content that I discovered in Felix's sets is the Florence kitchen. I am absolutely obsessed. I have been wanting a kitchen style like that for so long, and I didn't even realize it was part of this set. I didn't know that this kitchen set was in the Florence set. It's this really modern look with just very sleek and simple cabinets and fronts and counters and everything. Just very clean lines, very simple, and beautiful waterfall countertops and edges, obviously, which is just a dream come true for me. So that kitchen in the first townhouse is probably my favorite kitchen I've ever created, just because it's taken out of my dreams and put into The Sims, and I'm so happy. So definitely can recommend this kitchen to anybody who's interested in modern kitchens. And there's so many different counters and islands and cabinets and all sorts, so you can create so many different looks with this. It's probably become my favorite kitchen set now, so I am in love. But yeah, let's move on. Anyway, I've used a lot of the Berlin set as well because it comes with beautiful items. So for example, the bedding that I used in the bedroom, I think in most bedrooms, is from the Berlin set. That is so beautiful with that blanket, the textures, everything is gorgeous, and you'll probably hear me swoon and obsess over Felixandre CC this entire video. But I forgot to tell you how many bedrooms and bathrooms we have here. So the first townhouse has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, so just the second one, and then the third one has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. In total we have like 8 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms with lots and lots of kids rooms, obviously. And speaking of kids rooms, in the first building I went for very light colorways to match like the rest of the house, but the first one is more like beigey and whitey, and then the second one I infused a little bit of pink, which I've been really enjoying. But I can't really decide which kids room I like the most. They're so different, each like in their own way, but you'll see for sure, and I'll tell you a bit about them when we get to them. But let's move on to the second townhouse. So in the second townhouse I went for a more classical look with very dark brown traditional floors and white walls, and the white I think is needed to kind of warm up the dark wood and kind of create a bit of brightness in this build, and I absolutely love this combination. I find it very almost Parisian in a way, very elegant, and that's also why I went for a lot of marble with this, especially in like the downstairs. The kitchen is very marble infused, and I used some wall panels that are also marble, which are absolutely stunning in the kitchen, also by Felix obviously, and together with the black I really think it's such an elegant and beautiful look. But yeah, and also I forgot to say there is a modern extension on this townhouse. So the other 2 don't have these modern extensions, but this one has a kind of glass extension at the back where I put the dining room. So yeah, lots of light, lots of space as well, which is why this room has a office downstairs as well. And then we have obviously the 1 bedroom, and then we have 2 kids rooms. I think in general in this building I infused a lot of traditional items like the chairs in the dining room, for example, and little bits and bobs like that with very modern items and furniture and decor and stuff. I've been really enjoying this mixture of the 2. I think it can be a really modern and actually timeless look to create something like that. And like I said, slightly Parisian, so maybe that's my brain telling me to do a Parisian build like this as well. I mean, if you want to see it, let me know in the comments and maybe I can make it happen. But yeah, other than the extension, the buildings are very similar, if not identical, in their layouts. So I wanted to create a bit of variety by playing around with different furniture layouts Like for example, in the bedrooms, I tried to come up with different places to put the bed to make it a bit more interesting and different as well. For example, here I put it into the bay window corner, which I think is so cozy. And I don't know if it looks it, but all of these rooms are huge. So there's a lot of space, which is why I added a lot of wardrobes. Like in the first townhouse, we have the lavish wardrobe from Charlie Pancakes, which is this beautiful open wardrobe set. In the second one, I went for a more closed look with a vanity and stuff like that. But they were all very, very big rooms, and I tried to fill them with as much detail as I could, which can be tricky sometimes because you're like, what else can I put in this room? But in kids' rooms, it's the easiest in my opinion, because you can just put cute little nooks and cuddle corners and play corners and stuff like that. So with normal bedrooms, you have to be a bit more creative. But speaking of kids' rooms, in this townhouse, I went for a cute wallpaper moment in both of these kids' rooms. So because we have the dark brown floors and the white walls everywhere else, I thought a colour that would go really well with this would be green. So in the first kids room, I used a wallpaper from Felix with like birds on it, which is so cute, and it comes in like a minty green, I'd say, which I thought was really cute. And I really love creating these kids rooms. It's just so much fun. I really enjoy like townhouse kids rooms as well, because townhouse buildings just have such a cool layout of rooms. It's more fun to create kids rooms in townhouse buildings actually than in any like modern builds, because I feel like the townhouses give character to the rooms. But whatever, I'm just waffling at this point. But yeah, in the other kids room, I went for a jungle wallpaper and went for a slightly different type of green as well, more like darker and more saturated green, as always, to like mix it up a little bit and not get too repetitive and boring, because it'd be boring for you guys to watch and boring for me to build as well. So I love switching it up, but I definitely need more kids wallpapers. 100%. I'm running out of kids wallpapers that I can use. Anyway, let's move on to the third and final brownstone townhouse, which I kept in a mixture of black and white interspersed with terracotta, because terracotta is one of my favorite colors to use if I ever use color. I'm not huge on color. I personally like muted colors and neutral colors. So if I ever use color, they're usually earthy colors or greens, which I mean, this build is literally showcasing. But yeah, in this building, I went for a cool fireplace moment, because I rarely ever use fireplaces, but obviously in townhouses, fireplaces were very common back in the day and are still very common. If they're still functional. But here I went for a really modern fireplace, which is by Cowbuild. I honestly love it. And then around it, I used the Shop the Look sofa again by Felix, but this time in a black. And obviously the accents are the terracotta, like I said, but in the kitchen, I went for a full terracotta look. I used the Rollscove counters by Pierre-Sim, because they come in beautiful colors, and the terracotta in that is absolutely stunning. And I used a swatch where they have a black marble countertop, which I mean perfectly ties in with all the black details from the rest of this building. I'm not gonna lie, I think the layout of the kitchen and the dining room might be my favorite out of all three townhouses here. I really love that round dining table with the cabinets next to it, and I don't know, I feel like it's more cozy. The others are maybe a bit more elevated and a bit more formal, whereas this one comes across a bit more cozy. And I think that cozy vibe also comes across in the bedroom, which I cluttered up a little bit more, and it's just a bit more of a cozy atmosphere here, maybe compared to the others. And also in this building, we only have one kids room and one main bedroom and one bathroom, but we have a huge office, which I used the Berlin set by Felix for, because it comes with such stunning modern office items, absolutely beautiful, and like it's like an architect's office. So I used a lot of that set in the office, and to kind of showcase the items that are in that set as well. And the folders alone like had me in on this set. I love these like office folders. I think they add like a perfect extra office touch on these office builds. But yeah, and then also the kids room upstairs is such a cute kids room because I used a wallpaper from Cowbuild, and it's like a really colorful jungle pattern. Like the jungle pattern that I used from Felix and Harry from their Tiny Traveler set is very green because it's like an actual realistic jungle, but here it's more like a cartoony children-esque jungle motif, and it's so cute. I really loved using that, and I played around with those colors in the entire room as well and picked up on them here and there. And in that room I also tried to stick to plush toys that are jungle themed, so I had like the lion from Six Sims Kids Bedroom CC set, and the giraffe that comes with the base game, and the zebra from the Tiny Traveler set. So yeah, I tried to keep it very jungle-esque. But anyway, I'm afraid we are getting closer and closer to the end of the speed build part of this video. You have the tour coming up. If you stick around for that, then I really appreciate you. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching the video and seeing all 3 brownstone townhouses come together. And yeah, like I said, if you did, then leave a like and also subscribe. And yeah, I can't wait to see you again next Wednesday with a new Sims 4 speed build. Bye!